Good day, my friends. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day today. I wanted to share about a personal experience I just went through and the realizations that I gained from that personal experience. Actually, the personal experience I had was about a year and a half ago. But the realizations just kicked in actually in the last day or two. And then again, when I was working with the light beings I work with every day in my room, more awareness came to it, and understanding how things work on the other side, and how they work, and how we need to be grateful, and be present in the moment, and the importance of being present throughout our life with each moment that we live through, because we may look back at it and have regrets of, I wish I would have known, I wish I would have done more. And that's the point of why I want to share through my personal experiences with each of you, as long as you're open to listening to what I have to share about. So I'll just go back to a year and a half ago when I had this one experience. Now, when we sleep at night, a part of our energetic being within our physical body, a part of that consciousness will leave and go back to the other side while we're asleep, and we will go through experiences that will help us for when we wake up to go through life again the next day. And sometimes some of you may be able to relate to this, but having vivid dreams, remembering things of what you went through, that is what you actually were going through while you were sleeping, and you were able to remember those experiences. So the higher beings that I work with, they actually brought me back to a time when I needed to forgive myself. And it's a part of my sessions where I instantly transform, or through the instant transformations that I'm able to do with people, because it was through this experience that freed me as well. But it's at a different angle on why I'm sharing about it today. But they brought me back to a past life of mine, a moment that I lived in. And during this moment, I actually did things where I needed to forgive myself for that I never did. And it actually caused issues into each of the lives that I've lived, until I just recently, a year and a half ago, healed from that experience. But it brought me to the realization of understanding that actually, when we pass over and we're back on the other side again, what we're able to do is we're able to go back to any moment of any life that we've ever lived, almost like we're watching a movie. So during that moment, when they brought me back to that moment, you know how when you watch a movie over and over and you almost memorize the lines and you can remember, and sometimes you start saying it before the characters start saying it again, and you're repeating it. That's what I did at that moment. I started saying like quotes from that movie, and then my other being that I lived as at that time started, would say it. And I remember the feeling of feeling like kind of like the shock feeling, because 3 times in a row I said a few sentences, and then the being that I was living through at that time said exactly that. So here it is now, a year and a half later, and only in the last day or two I had these realizations that when we pass over, we can go back to any moment that we've ever lived and be in that experience, being a part of it again, and watching it and watching yourself. So even like right now, for example, I can come back to this moment right now in the room and be here in this moment in that movie, if we were to look at it that way, and watch ourselves. And I just asked them when I was working with them now, and it's why I'm recording this video to share on it, is that throughout our life, those moments where we are not growing and thriving, where we are stuck and not reaching out for help in whatever way, we come back to these moments, especially, for instance, and I'm guilty of it, believe me, I'm not trying to shame anyone for it, because we're all in it. Coming back to this life and watching myself and having regrets that I was constantly looking at my phone nonstop. I wasn't enjoying the gift of life that I was given. I was too busy, looking into my phone all the time, and I've been working at it to try to be better, with it. And of course, the work that I do, it's all online and whatnot. But it's the point on why I want to share this is really looking at your life and really being grateful for each moment in each day, because we don't want to come back looking at our life and being like, you know, I wish I would have done more, right? I wish I wasn't always looking at my phone, just for an example, because you can relate that in whatever way it will for your life. But looking at not being present in the moment and being grateful for the things in your moment, not doing the things that are helping you thrive to more joy, love, and happiness in your life. Sitting, you know, if we're sitting in anger and hate and we're in that, you're going to come back once you are relieved from your physical body, from your mind, the conditioning of the hurt and pain that some people still live in today. The healing is ongoing in our lives, but it's not wanting to be in that moment on the other side, looking back, wishing we could have done more, and we would have done more if we just would have known, if we just would have realized. And that's what I was asking them when I was working with them right before I made this video, where I felt really compelled to make this video, is just really understanding the importance of being grateful in our life, finding gratitude in our life, doing things that make you happy, right? That are causing you to thrive in your life on whatever that means for you. Because I promise you, there is going to come a time this life is going to be over. We all know that. And we don't want to look back wishing we would have done more, wishing we could have been more, if we would have just done the work and not, basically, in whatever way that is for each person. So understanding, when I was watching them and answering me back and forth of these realizations that started happening for me, the importance that I really felt that I needed to share for someone to hear my message today, to really start finding gratitude in their life. Not even so much starting, but shifting our mindset to find things to be grateful for and to do things that are going to make you happy each day, right? And it's so important for us to do that. So that is it for my video for today. And I hope each of you are having a wonderful day today. And bye for now.